Welcome to TechbrothersIT. In this video, we are going to learn about a lot of array function in PySpark. We will be learning array contains, array position, array append, array size, and whatnot. So there are a lot of functions we are going to learn in this video. Now, here is my sample data, and you can see right there we have name here, and then we have array of numbers 1, 2, 1, 3, 5. Then we have Sarah, and we have 2, 4, 6, and then we have John, and the numbers are 10, 5, 3, 1, and then we have Lena, and then we don't have any value for this array, so it's a blank array. Now this is our sample data, and we are creating a data frame df by using spark.create data frame function. I provided the sample data here, and then I provided the name of the columns. So the first column is going to be name, and the other one is going to be nums, so that's numbers, right? And here I'm saying df.show, and then truncate is equal to false. So show me my data frame, and I'm going to execute this code, and you're going to see our values right there. So we have name here, and then we have nums here. So you can see name is simple one value, and then here is the array of those values right here under the nums column. So great, now we know our data, and we are going to experiment with different functions available for us. So here I'm creating a new data frame called df array, and I'm using a df.select. So this is the data frame we just created on top, and we are using it right here, and then we are selecting some column, say name, and then I'm adding a new array. Okay, so if you see, if I will say array here and then say lit1, lit2, lit3, that means these are the constant values I'm putting into that array, and then I'm gonna give the name to this column, array column, and now I can go ahead and display the values by using a df.array.show. That's gonna display the values from my data frame df_array, and in this case we just added a new column. So you can see right there, and we have name here because we selected the name from df.array, and df data frame, and then that's coming from there, and this is the column we added by using lit function. So the constant values we see right there, and 1, 2, 3, those are repeating for each of these record. Now if you need to add array, so you know that you will be using this function array, and then you can provide some constant values here, and that can be, let's say in case I will say test1, and then test2, and whatever. So we can also change to the ABC, and then maybe another value is the zip code. Okay, so if I do this, then I'm going to get a kind of string array. So first we were getting the number array, now we have a string array right there. So there are different values, so you can add by using array function. So now let's go to the array contains function. It checks if array contain a value. So here we have data frame that we just created on top by using sample data, and I'm checking here if my first of all, actually I'm selecting the columns. So df.select, I want to select name and nums column as is, and then what I'm going to do, I will then check by using array contains and check if nums column does contain number 5. So in this case, you see right there, there are two values there. It does contain a number 5, and that will return us true, otherwise it will return us false in that output. So let's execute and take a look here. Now we will see right here, so we have these column because we didn't do any operation on these column. We want to just show them as is, and you see that if it contains 5, so you can see right there it contains 5, so that's why it is returning us true, and this does not contain anything like 5, so it is false. And then again we have 5 here, so we're getting true, and then false here because there is no 5 here. So you can use the array contains, and that function will give you true or false value if the value does exist or does not exist. In our case, we were checking for the value 5. Now if we want to get the array position and the position of element in an array, so that's possible. We can use the array position function. So here what I'm doing, I'm saying df.select, so give me the name column, and also let's check the position of that element, and it said array position. So provide the name of that column that has the array data, and then check for the position of 3. In our case, we want to check the element position that number 3 where it exists in the different values. So here I'm saying position of 3 as the alias. So what it's going to do is going to check in each of the row and then give me that value. So here we have this name comes as is, then position of 3 and comes with second, and then 0, 3 and 0. So if you go back and here, so we have, see right there, so in 2 and then we have 3 here, so there is no value here for 3 and there is no value here, so we got 0, but rest of the position we got where exactly they are. Okay, so that's good. So we can check the position of an element by using array position. Then we can do array append value to the array. So let's say if I want to add 9 to the array, and that will do it. So how I will do it, so I will say df select, so get me some row columns from my data frame df, and that column is name. Then I'm adding a new column called array append, and then I'm applying on the nums column, and I'm saying lit 9. So lit 9 means add a constant 9, and that means appending. So whatever the values are in the element in the array, so whatever the elements are in the array, 9 will be added to it. So you see right there, these are the elements of an array before, now 9 is added to each of them. So you can use the append function to add the value. So array append will do that. So if you will say array prepend, that means at the starting. So if you want to add let's say 0 at the element at the starting of each array, you will do that as well. So very simple, df select and then name of the column and then prepend. So as you see right there, we have a 0 added to each of the array here, and there was no values here in this array, so it is added as well, so 0. Okay, now we are repeat the value of 2 from array. So let's say if we want to repeat 7 like 2 times in this case, so array repeat will do that, and lit 7, that means 7 value as a constant. How many times you want to repeat, like 2 times, and that will do it. So df dot select and select me name from the df, and then add this column and repeat the value twice for that number 7 alias as a repeat array. Okay, so that will do it, and now we are going to go ahead and execute. So even these videos are not like okay, these functions are there, I can learn, but I think you should watch the videos, because by watching over you are gonna get familiar with a lot of these functions, and just remember in your interview and in your work. Okay, so you can see that we have 7 has repeated twice. Now if I will go to the length of the array, so I can use array length, and here's the column is going to give me the length of the array. So if I execute, now I'm going to get the length of the array. So you can see that there are 3 elements, 4 elements, 0 element. So we are good in this one, 3 elements right there, see, 3, 3, 4 and 0. Okay, great. Now what we can do, we are done with the length array here. Yes, we are done with array size. We are going to do array sort. So if you want to sort, and it's going to be sort array that's available, and here is a sort array, and here you can provide ascending or descending. So I'm going to run the both things for you. This is going to do ascending and this is going to do descending. So you can use either of them according to your needs. So it's going to sort your elements in each array, either ascending or descending the value you want. So you 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5, 10, and then you have no values here. And here it is a descending, and you can see that 5, 3, 1 and 6, 4 and this and that. So you can use this function sort array, and then if you want to do descending, you will say simply ascending asc equal to false. Otherwise the default is ascending. Now here you have a randomly reorder elements in the array. So you will say shuffle, and that's going to shuffle the elements of your array, and you will provide the column here for which you would like to apply this, and the df select, so select the name, then apply the function on the column, and then give any name if you want shuffled. That's gonna do it, and now we should be all good here, and it's gonna shuffle. So you see 1, 5, 3, and it is all the elements are shuffled. Now let's take all these 3 in one, and here is reverse. So if you want to reverse the elements of your array, you will say reverse, and it's going to reverse those elements for you. And the maximum array max will give you the max value from those elements, and then min value will give the array min will give you the min value from that array. Okay, now if we go ahead and execute these three, because you get already familiar with the df select, how to select the columns and use the function on column and alias them. So I'm gonna just finish this up quickly for you, so you will feel comfortable instead of being bored. Okay, great. So you can see right there, and here is our reversed. So you can see that 5 3 1 6 4 6, and this is reversed, and then this is the max value. Out of that, there is no value in the last one, so null, and this is min value from those elements, and there is null value for Lena because there is no value. So you can use all these functions in your arrays and apply finding max values, min values, reverse them, shuffle them, sort them, and whatnot. I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.